In the UK, we have a serious epidemic in our education system. More and more teachers are deciding to leave the profession, regardless of how long they've been in it, to other careers, sometimes even opting for a huge pay cut. In this video, I'm going to explore the reasons why, as well as giving you my own personal opinion and experience as a primary school teacher. Firstly, here's a little bit about me. I've been a full-time teacher for 3 years and have worked in schools since 2012. I've always enjoyed working with children, so decided to go to university to become a primary school teacher. I have been rated as outstanding by school improvement advisors. The reason I'm mentioning this is so that if you're watching this video and you don't know me, you can paint a picture of what sort of teacher I am. I can imagine some people thinking that my opinion would be invalid because I must be an awful teacher, which simply isn't true. I am one of the teachers who has recently left the profession, for reasons which we will discuss later in the video. It's been quite a difficult topic to speak about, but I feel very strongly that something has to change in our profession, and I'm sure that there are countless other teachers out there who are in the same boat as me. Here are some of the facts. 80% of UK teachers questioned said that they were thinking about leaving their jobs. Regardless of whether you're a teacher or not, it's immediately obvious that something must be wrong if such a high percentage of teachers are wanting to leave what they feel is their vocation, something that they're called to do. Teachers also believe that they're not being trusted to do their job. This is often a result of Ofsted and increasing pressure trickling down from the senior leadership team, which includes the head teacher. To me, it seems ludicrous that somebody who has a degree and has trained for years to become a teacher is then not trusted to do their job, as if they weren't qualified at all. Imagine the same scenario if you were a doctor or a lawyer. This just wouldn't happen. Teachers are also saying that pressure and workload have been increasing over time. I fully agree with this. If you're not a teacher yourself, it's quite difficult to explain what teachers do other than teach your children. There are so many other roles and responsibilities that a teacher has to do, as well as teaching your children. Here's just a few examples. Planning, marking, subject coordinating, organising trips, risk assessing, pupil progress meetings, performance management, box ticking and preparation, parents' evenings, school performances, school assemblies, after-school clubs, replying to emails, attending training, preparing detailed plans for multiple observations, contacting agencies, speaking to specialists. I could keep going on with the list, but this should give you an example of all the things required of a teacher on top of the actual main reason they became a teacher, which was to teach children life skills. As you can imagine, from 8:30 until 3 o'clock there is no time to do any of these mundane tasks, as the main focus is, and rightfully should be, teaching the children. Therefore, the only time there is to do these tasks is during the evening or the weekend, or even very early before school starts. I have had first-hand experience of this, and so have all my teaching friends and colleagues. It has become so expected that if teachers say that they are leaving early or mention that they haven't done any work at the weekend, other teachers are very sceptical. This leads me on to my next statistic, which says that 20% admitted to doing 21 hours extra work at home in the evenings and at weekends. I've put at least there because I'm adamant a lot of teachers do considerably more than this. Let's just put that into a bit of perspective. Let's assume a teacher is earning roughly £25,000 before tax. This would equate to around £10 an hour. However, I've seen some cases where teachers are earning far less than this. Let me give you my own personal example. That's me on the right there, and I left my teaching job earning roughly £1,500 a month after tax. I worked every day from 7 AM when I would arrive at school until 6 PM at the earliest. As well as this, I always worked at least 5 to 8 hours on a weekend to do planning and other admin. So after a bit of maths, 60 plus hours a week equals £6.25 an hour. Now, whatever way you look at it and whatever you think about teaching as a profession, £6.25 an hour for somebody who has a degree and works in a respectable job is absolutely ludicrous, and it's completely unfair. It's also more than a whole pound less an hour than the national minimum wage. Another point about pay is that since around 2014, teachers do not automatically get a pay progression. Instead, they have to prove that they have met, in some cases, tens of targets to be allowed pay progression, which used to be automatic. You might think this is a good idea, as it forces the poorer teachers out of the profession and encourages good practice and excellent teaching. However, budgets are seriously low for all schools, and as a result of this, schools are trying to cut expenses wherever possible. The largest expense of any workforce, as you probably know, is the workforce's salary. Therefore, some teachers have been denied a pay progression because some targets they may have been set were designed to be unrealistic or very unlikely to be achieved, so the senior leadership team could deny a pay progression and save money. In a recent survey in 2016, over 20% of teachers were found to have been denied a pay progression. The irony is, the government introduced this to get rid of bad teachers, yet these teachers, the teachers who have been in the profession for a long time since before the performance-related pay kicked in, and may not be giving 100% as they're nearing retirement, are still on the maximum salary because you cannot move down a pay progression without some sort of reasonable explanation. So what do these studies show? It shows that in the UK, a large proportion of teachers hate their job. The best teachers see sense and leave even if they feel guilty about abandoning the children. I mean, if you were doing 60 plus hours a week and only getting £6.25 an hour, I'm sure you'd probably leave too. As a result, your children are not getting the best education that they deserve. Nobody wants their child to be taught by somebody who feels disheartened, depressed, and hates their job. So what can we do to fix this massive problem? I believe the solution to the problem starts with paying teachers considerably more than they're getting paid now. You might think, well, of course he's going to say that because he's a teacher. Yet we all know that teachers play a vital role in society. But at the moment, teachers are being treated really poorly, and this is evident in the high dropout rate. Paying teachers more actually solves the problem that the government wanted to solve when they introduced the performance-related pay. If teachers earn a large salary, there wouldn't be a shortage of teachers. Jobs would be more competitive, and therefore the best teachers would be given the positions. I also believe that all the unnecessary assessments and pointless paperwork should be completely removed if teachers are going to want to stay. Earning £6 to £10 an hour might sound great for an 18-year-old, but educated people with degrees who are going to inspire the next generation of children, this just isn't fair. By reducing the workload, teachers will feel that they can focus on the most important aspect of being a teacher, which is delivering outstanding and inspirational lessons. Unfortunately, I don't believe any of this is going to change anytime soon. All young teachers need your support so that they don't join the 80% of teachers who want to pack it in. Please speak up for them and show them your appreciation, then maybe they will choose to stay. Thank you for listening, and please leave a comment below and have your say on this topic. If you found this interesting, please subscribe to my channel and visit my website for more teaching related things. Thank you.